I was 14 when Donald Trump defeated Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election and became the 45th president of the United States. I grew up in a very conservative area, and me and all my friends, young teenage boys, were of course very conservative, and all we were excited about was making fun of the triggered people online who were crying hysterically and thought the world was ending.
Hello guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So in today's video, this is from MAGA guy, okay, who came out. He actually came out on TikTok to talk about how they were acting during the time he was MAGA, the things that they did during the 2016 election, and he was just 14 or thereabout. So he shared his story, like deeper story of some of the things you guys need to listen to, okay, carefully. Let's go ahead and watch his video. I'm just going to let it roll, okay, and yeah, we listen to what he has to say, then we come back and we talk more. Please do what, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and of course give this video a thumbs up as well. Let's go ahead and watch his video.
I love watching those Ben Shapiro owns the SJW Warriors compilation, and Charlie Kirk puts I don't know, dumb college kid to shame, like those types of videos. You guys know what I'm talking about. Not coincidentally, this was a time when I was also bullied a lot. I was super insecure about myself, and I felt very hollow and empty inside a lot of the time. So to avoid being bullied by others, I find myself being increasingly intolerant and hateful towards other people so that I wouldn't get bullied, but those people would get bullied. And I feel like this really aligned with how my political beliefs were at the time. It was this zero-sum game where either me or them could escape this social shame, and I would subscribe to anything that provided me escape from said social shame. And as I got older, the only side of the political spectrum that seemed to accept me was the right, while the left was seemingly calling me racist, sexist, misogynist at every single turn. Keep in mind, I'm only like 16 years old at this point. I have no idea or understanding of who I am, the values that are most important to me. All that I know is that I feel a lot of anger and rage towards one side of the political aisle, and that another is accepting me or even embracing me for how I feel. From a very early age, I was sold on the idea that everyone on the left was a blue-haired, triggered liberal who hated all men, who started the KAM movement, and thought that all men were racist, evil, disgusting people. Meanwhile, people on the right were openly embracing and accepting me for the person that I was at that time. And it ingrained within me almost a victimhood complex, right? Where I thought that, oh, historically other groups have been oppressed, but in today's day and age, in today's society, it is the white man who is oppressed. I was constantly bombarded by conservative messaging saying that things like D&I and feminism were going to steal my ability from succeeding in today's society. Now, I can recognize that when you're coming from a position of privilege, equality looks a lot like oppression. But at the time, I felt very fearful of these changes, and I worried about being accepted and successful in society. Also, sorry for the outfit change, I just got back from church. Now, the first time I realized that my worldview may be skewed or maybe wrong was senior year of high school. In my English class that year, we read a book about an African-American family dealing with the consequences of redlining and white flight. Now, I would definitely recommend you do your own research about redlining, but in short, in the 1950s and the 1960s, property owners refused en masse to sell homes in the suburbs on the basis of race to African Americans, who were then forced to remain in the cities. There was a huge demand and transfer of wealth to the suburbs, so the property values of those suburbs shot up exponentially, while those in the cities fell drastically. This meant that the property values for African Americans decreased solely on the basis of their race, while the property values for white people increased solely because of their race. Now, this is a clear, cold-cut indicator of systemic racism that impacts people and families to this day, and it was a real wake-up call for me. And this was the first time I realized that maybe I was wrong, and that the grievances that these communities have are actually rooted in fact and historical context. Maybe I've been misled and misinformed by the political pundits that I listen to. That was all but confirmed for me on January 6th. Instead of conceding with grace and honor like a real man, Donald Trump cried for 3 straight months after losing the 2020 election, citing baseless claims of fraud and rigging for why he lost, and blaming everyone but himself. He brought into question the sanctity of our democracy, our elections, and our institutions, and he effectively riled up his base in advance of January 6th. That same base committed violence and an insurrection on his behalf that day. And as I was watching that unfold on television, I thought to myself, wow, how can these people be doing this? How can they believe the things that are coming out of his mouth? And then I realized that up until a few months ago, I was the same way. I believed the exact same things that those people believed, and they were storming the Capitol. Now, the main takeaway I had from all of this is that Trump benefits from the rage and the anger and the spitefulness amongst young men. It helps him win elections. Conservative pundits like Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro make their livings and careers off the frustrations and grievances that young men feel. Elon Musk gets billions of dollars of government subsidies and tax cuts because young men are angry at women and immigrants and not billionaires. My point being, everyone on the right directly benefits from the disenfranchisement that young men feel. So why would they ever attempt to solve it? Why would they provide meaningful solutions for you and me when they make money and win elections capitalizing off your anger and frustration? They won't. They will only provide you with new enemies to channel your frustrations onto, but never the ones that are actually causing it, themselves. It's not a coincidence that the more young men follow people like Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Charlie Kirk, and Ben Shapiro, the more angry and frustrated they will become. Therefore, I think it's really important as men that we look inwards at the anger and frustrations that we feel, rather than projecting that onto others or looking for others to blame. Calm your mind, calm your heart, listen to those that you disagree with, and empathize with those you don't understand. It is not masculine to be embroiled with anger and rage. It is not masculine to bully the downtrodden or the oppressed. It is masculine to regulate your emotions. It is masculine to show empathy for others. Be a rock against the waves. Do not allow those who stand to profit off of your anger exploit you and only further those emotions. My hope for young men is that you pay close attention to the next 4 years under a Trump presidency. Focus on what material benefits a Trump presidency brings you. If you didn't get to see liberals cry or scream because Trump got elected, if you didn't get to see college students getting owned by Charlie Kirk on campuses across the country, or if you didn't espouse hateful things with the specific intent of upsetting others, what would your top political priorities be? His promises of lowering gas and grocery prices will not happen given his proposed economic platform. Trump will not lower the cost of housing, of healthcare, or your taxes. He is not working for you, he is profiting off of you. When your entire ideology is structured around making others sad and unhappy, you will not find peace within yourself or happiness in your own life. Escaping the pitfalls of the far right has made me a better man, more secure with myself, and happy with the world around me. If any of this resonates with you, know that you are not alone.
Let me get this straight. MAGA racists are mad because MAGA elites still believe in visas for migrant tech workers, i.e., wealthier people. Man, billionaires come at you real fast, don't they? You thought they were really down for the race war, but it's actually just a class war that they've been winning and getting you to fight for them. You thought they were going to invest in education for Americans? Oh, no, don't you remember education is all about critical race theory and books that talk about private parts. And sure, making it into the middle class or whatever, but there will be no middle class as soon as they're done with you. They don't want you to have high-skilled jobs. Your job is to be fuel for their rockets to Mars. So keep buying crypto, don't form a labor union, and whatever you do, don't make common cause with any immigrant whose labor is being exploited, just like yours.
So MAGA didn't have the idea, or they didn't even see all of this coming in the first place. Some of these people that were being used are people that don't have a lot to their names. They're just excited to have billionaires in their corner or in their party. They're excited supporting billionaires, forgetting the fact that these people really do not care about you. What they care is about how much they make off you or how much they make at the end of the day. That's what they care. Every rich person that comes close to you thinks about how much they are going to make from you. Okay? Either you're working for them and adding value to their lives and they pay you salaries, or because you just feel excited being around them, they'll utilize whatever thing that you have to offer and give you the happiness that you need, which is just being around them. So MAGA didn't have all of this figured out before now. They just wanted to be in company of billionaires. They didn't want to know if it was going to favor them. And that's why you're hearing about the H-1B visa and they're all angry about it, because they were expecting so much from these billionaires without finding out if truly they're going to do all that they have said. How companies make money is through employing people who are ready to work in their terms and also people who will understand that they are in to make profit as an organization. So that is why they are angry. And that's why you have people like Steve Bannon coming out to say, oh, can these people join us to take down this person? Okay, knowing fully well that they have effed around and they are finding out in a wrong way, like in the wrongest way possible. I really feel for them, but there's really nothing anyone can do about it. And I hope they really find out. And for this MAGA who's coming out to say some of the things that he said, I think I agree so much with his line of thought. And this is how you find out if a person is really repentant or not. This guy has spoken so well, and he shared some of the deeper things that people really need to take note of. Actually, there's nothing anger cannot do. There's really nothing anger cannot do. And it can make you to take up people's fights just because you want to feel happy. Okay, at the end of the day. Anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Please do subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Let's have a conversation in the comments. Drop your comment. Yeah, your thoughts in the comment. And also subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up so more people can see. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on my next video. Bye, guys.